viewers, to our second episode of Two Bros and Two Brews. I'm Robert, and this is Connor Williams.
Hey, guys. All right. Before we get started, I just wanted to talk about a couple of things that are going on with the channel. We are introducing a new podcast called The High Five. It's going to be mediated by me, and we're going to kind of have like a rotating cast a little bit to kind of keep the conversations fresh. But we're going to dive into some crazy stuff. It's going to be completely off the rails podcast, and we think you guys are going to like it. And we're also going to talk about the Mortal Kombat 11 release date on April 23rd. We plan on doing a stream for that. Mm-hmm. I do know it's going to be me, Andy, Kevin, probably Preston. I don't know if Robert's going to be there. He might make an appearance at some point. Who knows?
I might show up with a suit. Who knows?
Yeah, he might. But what we're going to do is we're going to play some Mortal Kombat 10, and then when midnight hits, we're going to grab the game, or whenever it goes live, we're going to grab the game, and we're going to stream the game. So it's going to be like a pretty continuous stream, and then probably for that week's video, I will cut up that stream, and we'll just do highlights of that video. So
all right, so that's good stuff. Good stuff coming up. So, and this is if you guys heard recently that Borderlands 3 is actually coming out now. You know, fans have been waiting for this moment, but we got some insights from Connor himself, and I'm gonna let him take the slide from this.
All right, so Borderlands 3, we are finally getting it, and it is a third game. Hopefully it's probably going to be the end one. I mean, we did get the pre-sequel, but I don't really consider that like a third game. You know, it was a prequel. But Steam should probably learn a couple of things from these guys here. They learned how to do a third game. Steam, you should probably hop on that. There are a lot of games that I want to play that don't have a third one. And, you know, I kind of feel indifferent about Borderlands 3 coming out. Like, yeah, it's cool and it's exciting, but I don't really... I don't know. I just feel kind of indifferent about it. I watched the reveal trailer, and a lot of it was like the same thing I've already seen. It's like, let's show you the past game with like a couple new things thrown in, but mainly it's a different story.
Oh.
I wish I would have seen something completely new, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's the third game in a series of games that all have very similar play styles and then that are all like pretty much the exact same.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not excited for this.
Yeah, and I heard rumors that it might not be on Pandora. It might be a whole different planet. And, you know, the farthest reaches they went outside that planet was the moon, right? Like in Borderlands 2, right? Yeah. So I saw like concept art like showing like a city that you could be like wandering around in the city, finding some treasure in sewers. I don't know. It's just
sewer treasure. Yeah. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah, you gonna have that robot following you again, you know?
Yeah, clap trap.
Yeah. Nobody knows he's a bad guy or a good guy. Just like, hey,
he's just kind of there, you know. He's like the Deadpool character of the entire thing. I mean, Borderlands 3, yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting to see what it ends up being like, but I'm not that excited.
Well, even with like Borderlands 2 when it first came out, I wasn't even too excited about that. I feel like they haven't progressed from the first game. But with the Borderlands 1, you know, when it first came out, you know, it was a greatest thing. This is like the golden age of multiplayer. You know, you get you host your own server, have your friends come over, you know, up to 4 players. So it was a good moment. But right now, I'm not sure what's going on.
So if you guys didn't know, we did play Borderlands 2 on the channel already. If you want to go check out those videos, I will probably post the links to those videos in the description below. Whether or not you're listening to this on SoundCloud or watching it on YouTube, I'll have those links somewhere so you can go and check those out and kind of get a feel for the game itself. But also post a link to the reveal trailer. Kevin is actually a pretty big fan of Borderlands. Oh, yeah. He's played that game through like at least 7 times. So. And I'm sure he's really excited for it, but he brought something up to my attention today that I didn't really think about. I don't think people think it's going to be a good game. I think people think it looks like trash.
Yeah. I don't know. Even when you look at the art right now, it looks like they haven't updated the graphics for a while.
No, it looks like Borderlands 2. Yeah. It literally looks like Borderlands 2. Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty skeptical. AAA titles have been severely disappointing me recently. Division 2 kind of surprised me. Sekiro, okay, I don't want. Yeah,
Oh,
I don't want to.
Sekiro.
I don't want to like trash AAA titles as a whole.
Yeah.
But when people are overhyped for games, that's when they tend to be the most disappointing. And part of that is partially due to it being overhyped.
Yeah.
But it's not only our faults,
Yeah.
but it's the company's fault because they should have given us a better game. We wanted something, and it's just the fact that like a lot of these trilogies and a lot of these sequels and the third games that are supposed to be like this big final ending, it's not completing.
Yeah.
It feels like it's not even living up to the other games.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to think of it.
Yeah, even the hype games. I'm looking at them. It's just
Anthem. Get out of here.
Get out of here, man. Even BioWare was disappointed with you. But anyway.
Well, EA has been, they've been cutting off a lot of people from their teams.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Well, at least I got my refund back. So, hey.
I think EA is finally realizing, oh my God, we are making terrible games. Let's cut everyone. Let's just get a whole new team in there.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Man.
But that's all I really have on Borderlands 3. You guys should definitely go check it out and conjure opinion, your own opinion, of course.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I feel very indifferent. I'm not excited for it. I honestly just Borderlands 2 is fun.
Yeah.
It is. It's a grindy game, but it's fun.
Yeah. I'm not too excited at all.
Borderlands 3, I don't know. I think this is probably something I'm going to bring up with Kevin and probably get his thoughts on in a video and see what he thinks of Borderlands 3. He's more excited for Mortal Kombat 11. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, everybody is, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we just saw like another keynote from Apple, making a big announcement with their own video game content, which is called, like you see on the screen, Apple Arcade. So there's also Google, they came out with their own gaming streaming called Google Stadia, I believe. And if you look at the comparison and contrast, there's some things that are the same and some are not. But let me give you an example of Apple Arcade. So in their website, if you go to their website at apple.com, check out Apple Arcade. This is what they have. So it's what they say is like one subscription. So whatever you pay, you get access to thousands of games in their library. We're not sure what type of games yet. So
yeah.
that's my little concern right there. But the cool thing about it is you could play anywhere on your Apple device, your iPad, iPhone, even a MacBook from 2012. Who knows? I'm just saying it's all accessible to everybody. But and the cool thing about this, if you're not online or not near Wi-Fi, say you're in an airplane, you can actually download the game and play it on the go. But also the great thing about it, it's you can share with other people, other friends, like up to 6. Well, I say right here 6 family members, but you want to share with
it's like a family plan for games,
So, but the big thing that I really enjoy from the keynote, there's a couple games that it might have some potential as their exclusive games for Apple. So one is called Where Cards Fall. So this is a really cool concept in my opinion. So the whole game is set up by cards, like a deck of cards. Yeah. So if you notice, like in the background of the picture, let's see, like this one. This is a good example. So if you notice how this building of the structure is and how the bus is, it's a deck of cards. You just set it up, and they emphasize of going through a journey as a high school kid, or a middle school kid, whatever they have the story on.
So it's like a coming of age game?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like,
if Wes Anderson made a video game?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
This is Moonrise Apple Arcade or something like that.
So this game, like creators, what they're trying to do is not to have like, any guns or violence. It's just trying to how to feel becoming an adult. But there's one game I'm very excited about, and I think the Final Fantasy fans know who this legendary creator is. Sakaguchi.
So I have something to like. So is this only developed by him? Is he employed by Square Enix?
Technically,
like, does he have a contract with Square Enix? It's a tough
question. It's how can I say? He's like, I don't know. He's like a he doesn't have a contract with Square Enix. I think he's doing his own independent work.
He's doing it. So
Yeah.
he like gave them the rights of Final Fantasy.
In some way, yes. That's where you see like 15 Final Fantasies so far.
Well, so if Square Enix if they were developing this game, we probably wouldn't see it for another 15 years.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, we're announcing it, but
Yeah.
you might have to wait 7 years.
Yeah. Well, the strange part, when I tried to get more information out of this, there was no release date on this game in particular, and there's like no association with any other
Final Fantasy games.
Final Fantasy games. The neat thing about it is he's going to grab some former Square Enix employees who work on, all the Final Fantasy games in PlayStation era.
Yeah.
Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, and a composer from most of those games.
Okay.
So it's going to be really legit as a exclusive JRPG game.
We hope.
We hope.
We hope.
We hope. But I have hope for him. He's a great creator. So let me show you a couple of examples from this game. So all this are, it's tough to say. I'm not saying it's pre-render on the environment, but as a character, of course, it's a 3D design. But here's a good example for pre-render. Look at that, beautiful. That's beautiful. It's just, everything's handcrafted, and when you add graphics to it, it makes it feel so real. It feels like
an old PlayStation 1 game.
Yeah, like Final Fantasy 7, when you first go to the reactor, that background.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Yeah.
It feels like hand drawn, but so perfect.
Or like for me it was like Skull Monkeys.
Yeah.
The way all that like claymation stuff looked. I mean, it was probably all, 3D models, but it felt like it was a real texture. Like I was actually controlling like claymation stuff.
Yeah.
And that was really cool.
Yeah. And it's just, I don't know, I feel like it has potential. I'm optimistic about this game, but the only downfall I could think of Apple Arcade is how they go contribute the money to small developers. All we're seeing right now are from big indie developers. So, for example,
how are they going to open up the market?
Yeah, so how they go contribute the money? Because this is a paid subscription, right? So I'm guessing it might be $10 a month, just like Apple Music, Apple, the new news.
Around there.
Around that price range.
Because it's I feel like it's going to be pretty comparable to the Xbox Game Pass, but in Apple's own way.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm wondering, and of course we have no way of knowing. How are developers handling making these games multi-platform, like porting from a mobile game to a PC, Mac game, and then onto what I said, Apple TV, right? Like you can play on the Apple TV. You can play on Apple a controller. So how are they planning on making sure all of those transfer well?
Yeah.
Like, because you have to go from developing a mobile game with mobile controls, right? And then you have to go move it to a Mac, which is, obviously PC controllers.
Yeah.
And then you move it to something that's comparable to a console.
Oh yeah, and I feel like Apple already has like an exclusive controller, like SteelSeries, right? I don't remember.
I don't know if I don't think it's exclusive. I think it's just like you can buy one that's compatible. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Like NVIDIA, I don't think you can use NVIDIA one, but they make quite a few different controllers.
Yeah, and the keynote, they haven't announced any controllers. Like it's pretty much like what you're seeing right now. They're just looking at a screen. They probably have like a digital, on-screen controller. Who knows?
Possibly.
Because that's what's different from Google Stadia. Because if you look at Google Stadia, they have their own controller. Mm-hmm. It looks kind of funny,
It looks like an Xbox.
Yeah,
controller.
It looks like everybody's taking the concept of an Xbox controller. I wish you give some more, praises for the PS4 controller.
Right.
It feels comfortable in your hand. But I feel like this one, I think they got lazy on the design. But the one thing is, they're almost the same, but the only differences are the developer companies.
Okay.
Whereas Google, they have like big AAA developers like Ubisoft.
Oh yeah, because they had the trial game or the demo game when they were trying out these streaming services. It was Odyssey, right?
Yes.
It was Assassin's Creed.
It was Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We tested out on like a Google Chrome laptop, like a cheap one.
Yeah.
It
like a
netbook.
Yeah. And it worked really well.
It worked really well. I was surprised by it.
Yeah.
But how much it's gonna cost. You know, some people are saying around $10 to $20, but thing is, like, are they gonna put ads on it?
Who knows?
Because with Apple Arcade, they say they won't have any ads. There's no in-store purchase,
Which raises quite a few questions
Yeah.
about the price and whether or not it's going to be worth paying for.
Yeah, so it's just, you know, I'm just a little doubtful on that.
Yeah.
So
No, I understand.
yeah, so and yeah, you know, it's just yeah.
All right. So also from Apple, we have something that Robert also prepared for us today. It's called Apple TV Plus.
Don't forget about the plus.
Yeah,
you know.
Apple TV Plus coming this fall, 2019. Robert, go ahead and tell us a little bit more about that.
Okay, so as people, you know, close to my friends, you know, they know I love movies and TV shows like
Right.
a lot.
Entertainment, man.
Yeah, you know, I'm subscribed with CBS All Access, Netflix, Hulu, HBO,
You got it
Showtime.
all.
I got it all. You know, but I am excited for Apple TV Plus because the reason why there's a lot of high-end directors, you know, who are supportive of this idea. We got Steven Spielberg, Ron Howard, and J.J. Abrams, to name a few.
I gotta say, I'm really excited about the J.J. Abrams.
I know.
I love I love almost everything he's put out. The only reason I say that is because I don't know everything he's done. I probably haven't seen everything he's done, but
Right.
I love J.J. Abrams. He's great.
As long as there's no flare lightning, we're okay. You know.
Yeah, everything inside the flares.
Oh
No.
gosh, you know, that's too much.
I forgot about that. He was like the flare king for a while, but he toned it down.
He toned it
doesn't,
down a
he doesn't
little
do it
bit.
as much.
Yeah.
I can watch Lost and feel refreshed that I'm not seeing nothing but
Yeah.
flares.
Well, you see like the reboot of Star Trek. Oh gosh, a lot of
The,
flares.
Well, he's not. Is he producing?
No, he was a director in the first one.
He was a director of the first.
Like, you see the first movie of Star Trek?
Oh, the movie.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about because the TV show just came out.
Yeah, the TV show came out last year.
Okay.
But this one is completely different.
The movies, right?
Yeah. But there's one guy I'm not too happy about. Very not happy. I'm not happy at all. Not at all. So, you know, I'm doubting myself to subscribe it right now because of this guy. Why he's on board. I do not want, you know what I need.
This man needs a drink.
Yes. So, hang on. All right. So this guy, he was great in the beginning.
Right.
Early
right.
2000s.
The Village, Signs.
Forget the Village. You know, that's when the downfall begins. You know,
The Village.
yes.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it was bad. The Signs. Gosh, what's the one with Bruce? Unbreakable.
Unbreakable.
And
yeah. The Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense. And Stuart Little.
Oh yeah, you
Don't
remember
forget about Stuart Little.
Oh, what about his best movie of all time?
Which one are you talking about? Which one?
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh no. That's when the downfall begins. You know, I have high hopes of his movies after Signs.
Oh,
you know,
Shyamalan.
The Village, it was okay, but you could tell that was a downfall. You know,
It was a good movie, but I definitely wasn't impressed with it.
Yeah.
Like, it was entertaining to say the least, but like, yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of like most of his movies. He's got a couple good ones, enough to like make him one of like the staple directors, but I think he's fallen off hard. He is no Quentin Tarantino. He's still not pitting out those movies.
Nope. And the problem is every movie is predictable. You could predict it right, the first scene out of the movie. You know,
And the thing is, it used to be like M. Night Shyamalan was known for making crazy plot twists.
Yeah.
And now they're not there.
Yeah, you know, aliens touching water, they get hurt. Wow, you know, that's incredible, you know.
Oh, crap. Joaquin Phoenix has a bat. There are suddenly cups of water all over the room.
Oh, shoot. Oh, it's burning. You know, but The Last Airbender, horrible start. But the worst one was After Earth, you know. Great acting from Will Smith, you know. If he did this movie, he will never be from Suicide Squad. But
I've never seen After Earth, but the reputation is enough to keep me away from it.
Yes.
So
let me, before I end my tantrum, let me show you the list of movies that he did.
I want to count up the amount of flops to fresh movies he has. Though I don't really. support the ratings of Rotten Tomatoes anymore. At the time these movies were coming out, it was pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Now it's all over the place.
Yeah.
The Sixth Sense. Oh my goodness. The Sixth Sense. 86% on Rotten Tomatoes. Certified fresh. Wonderful.
Yep.
Stuart Little. 67. Unbreakable had 69.
Mm-hmm.
Signs had 73. And The Village, 44. That was his downfall.
That
Lady in
was
the
his
Water,
downfall.
25.
All these movies, predictable. You could predict what the story's going to be about.
The Happening had 18. The Last Airbender had 5.
Biggest flop of 2010.
Devil had 52. Although I gotta say, Devil wasn't that bad. I just think horror movies are really, really, really hard to make good.
Yeah.
I was definitely like, it looked bad at first, and then I was like, okay, this isn't terrible.
Yeah. But then you get to After Devil, After Earth. Wow.
Yeah.
You know,
11% on After Earth, 66% with The Visit, and 77% with Split.
Yeah.
Split was a very good movie. I thought it was very good. 77 probably fits it. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't like terrible. James McAvoy is a fantastic actor.
Yes, he is. He is.
And then you have 37% with Glass.
Well, Glass was very overhyped. It was, you know,
because
I was expecting something great of it. You know, you have Samuel L. Jackson, Bruce Willis returning to roles, you know.
James McAvoy, everyone. It was an astounding cast. But the one thing that I heard is that it wasn't a terrible movie until the end. And the end absolutely ruined the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because M. Night Shyamalan himself said that he held back from the original ending of what it should have been.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I didn't know how people would feel about it, so I changed the ending. You know, obviously you didn't hold back with Split or Signs or The Sixth Sense, so why not just go all out on Glass? It doesn't make any sense. You know, the minute you start doubting yourself is when you're going to take a huge tank here.
Yeah, you know, just retire. You know, just be a professor.
Take a load off M. Night Shyamalan. You had some good hits, but I think it's time for you to like maybe become an executive producer on a couple of things.
Yeah. So even my dog's complaining about it. It's just horrible.
Yeah, I say M. Night Shyamalan and Simba's whining now.
Yeah. Oh man. But other news than that, you know, I am excited for the TV series that will be coming out on Apple Plus. We haven't heard any word of details on these shows.
No title. Some titles,
but not. They don't give you the background.
Right.
Even you look at the video that presented it.
There's like a rough synopsis of what's going on.
But Jason Momoa, love him from Aquaman, so I'm gonna give him a thumbs up for this show that I'm gonna watch.
So not only is he an Aquaman, but he has a couple of shows on Netflix as well where he literally, I don't know why he's like, is he a meat cleaver? I don't know what that is. But the funny thing is that show looks similar to some of the other things that he has made. It might look a little bit more, I don't know, pioneerish, I guess.
Yeah, he did on Netflix. He did a Netflix show called The Frontier.
Yeah, The Frontier. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It kind of has like it looks like it has a frontier vibe to it.
Yeah, if you look in the video, it feels like it's a people migrating to new lands. So that's
the frontier too.
Yeah, who knows? You know, coming from Asia across the Alaskan Strait. Who knows?
Maybe so.
Yeah. But other thing I'm excited is Steve Carell. It's called The Morning Show. No details yet, but I heard it might be a dark comedy. So looking forward to it.
He's like progressively doing more and more serious movies rather than funny ones, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, you know,
him himself. You know, that's just pretty funny.
And there's one last show I want to mention. There's no title yet, but if you've seen, oh gosh, it's on Netflix. It's called
Umbrella Academy.
No.
Where it's an alternate universe and JFK lives.
Sort of, but it's something different. Yeah. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Carbon.
Carbon Fiber.
Carbon Fiber.
Yeah.
Same actor from that.
Okay.
The white guy.
Yes.
He's going to be on a new alternate reality show. Mm-hmm. Might be a sci-fi show. Who knows? But by reading this newspaper, it looked like the Soviets reached to the moon first before the Americans.
Right.
So in my thing, I love alternate realities. You know, I love some.
Well, that's why.
I love a good twist on history moments. You know, so
well, that's why I brought up the Umbrella Academy because, you know, that is basically about like an alternate universe where JFK lived.
Yeah.
And the world ended. But yeah, that's why I brought that up, because you were mentioning earlier, an alternate reality. So I don't know, it just kind of popped in my head.
Well, it took a moment in my head. I was like, oh wait.
Yeah,
Right.
you could draw a line.
Yeah.
I doubt Gerard Way wrote that movie, but whatever.
Yeah. But there's no subscription cost yet. It is coming this fall, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be $10 a month again.
Well, they're gonna have to release details soon if it's coming this fall. That's
Yeah.
kind of like jumping the gun there.
Yeah, but I have high hopes for it, except for Night Shyamalan. But other than that,
Yeah, skeptical for the Shyamalan stuff.
I try to be optimistic about it.
Right.
So, all right, and let's go to our main topic of the show.
Main topic of the show.
Main
Let's do it.
topic of the show. So, as you may know, excuse my language, a great movie just came out recently, and hopefully you know what I'm talking about.
Avengers Endgame.
Oh no, wrong. No, close.
Dang it!
Something better than that.
What?
Something's better than that. It is a great honor to introduce this movie. Us.
Oh man.
Us.
This is going to be a pretty deep conversation because there's so much to this movie. There's so much to unwrap about this movie. I already did my review on it, but like I knew we were going to talk about it on the show. We discussed previously, like, hey, it's coming out. Jordan Peele, one of the biggest directors, one of the biggest writers of our day and age.
And people forget he was starring Keanu, the greatest comedy movie ever. Not really, but he was talking to the kid.
Key and Peele, probably one of the best comedy shows on TV.
So. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry to end it, but I understand why.
Yeah,
he's doing other things right now. You could say Us. If you guys remember from 2017, he directed Get Out.
Wrote and directed. It was his debut movie.
Yep, debut movie of the horror genre.
Sort of. It was more of a psychological thriller.
Yeah.
I wasn't crazy about Get Out just because that was a very it was a very cool concept. Like the body snatching was pretty cool, and of course it had such like a huge political statement behind it.
Yeah.
It had a pretty deep moral behind it, and that was great. But I don't know. I'm impressed that Jordan Peele made that, right? Because from the other things he's been in and the other things he's done with his life and his career, you would have never thought Jordan Peele did that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Super crazy.
Get Out, it was good, but I would say by no means amazing.
Yeah.
I was entertained. But when I go in and I want to watch like a psychological thriller or like a horror movie, I want to feel my blood rush, Yeah. And I didn't feel that with Get Out. I didn't honestly really feel that with Us. It was a good movie, and I actually like Us way more than I like Get Out.
Yeah.
But I'll dive into that a little bit later.
Well, I respect your comments, but I had to respectfully disagree about,
as most people would. Get Out. Yeah, people were like. They died over Get Out. They loved it.
Yeah, with movies, they have what makes a great movie is when you talk about it after you finish watching the movie. There's like so many things about there's themes, there's tropes on it, like
the after movie.
Yeah, So what makes it great is it was a main black character in the story, But if you think about it, it could actually happen to anybody. If you switch around, it was, just say it was like an Asian community snatching bodies.
Sure.
It just makes you think. It could happen to anybody. Just Jordan Peele just made it like a great concept to especially that one scene when you see that guy running straight to the camera.
Right.
Oh man, that blew my mind. It's like I tried to do it one time myself, record myself. I could not make that turn.
You could not make the turn.
Could not make the turn. I highly recommend not to do it. Okay, so
there are a couple of things with Get Out that I didn't necessarily agree with from a I'm a huge fan of horror movies. Yes. I love horror movies. But there are a couple of things with the writing and the story that I didn't necessarily agree with.
Yeah.
Now, I see what Jordan Peele was aiming for here. He was trying to like make a statement, of course. And he was trying to put a theme, like an overall theme to the movie, and like oh, you know, I don't even want to dive into it because I know people teach classes on this kind of thing.
Yeah.
But there's one thing that I didn't necessarily agree with is when he was sitting in the chair and he was strapped in.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, but it's been since 2017. You should have seen the movie. But when he was strapped in the chair and he was basically like explaining why us, you know?
Yeah.
And he was like, well, because like black people are cool. Like we want to be cool. Like we want to be like physically fit and stuff. And I'm thinking, are you telling me there's no one else that you old white people would want to be? Like, why not choose Tom Brady? Someone get Tom Brady over here. Let's body snatch him. You know,
Gronkowski.
Yeah, Gronkowski. Let's get him. Peyton Manning. Where's he at?
Yeah.
Let's body snatch him. I bet someone would want to body snatch like the president of the United States.
Oh yeah, but you know,
But
if you think about it, it's like it's not just like white people loving black culture. But you think about it, everybody feels like they have an attachment to their culture.
It was like I don't really know how to put it in words because I know people are probably going to disagree with me and I'm probably going to get some heat from it if this episode ever got like a ton of attention.
Oh, it will.
But it's almost like these old white people chose these black people because of certain traits, certain characteristics, like physical traits, their ability to run really fast and make really insane turns.
Yeah.
And for the blind man's case, he wanted his eyes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because he was a photographer. And that's cool, and I really love the concept behind it, but we all know the only reason he's singling out the black community is just to make that political statement behind the film. You know? I would want to body snatch like Steve Aoki or something, you know, and become the greatest DJ in the world. I don't know. You know, I mean, sure, I could go out and get like Chadwick Boseman or something and become the Black Panther, but I mean, I don't know. There are some things that he did with that movie that I understand, but I don't at the same time from a different perspective.
Yeah, and we could all agree that it's a great start for his.
Oh yeah, it is
for his film series.
It's a great movie. It really is.
Yeah.
It's a very good movie, but as far as like a psychological thriller horror standpoint, I don't really see it as much. So.
Yeah, and you know, I still feel the genius out from as himself as a comedian and his love of the horror genre.
Yeah,
and that's what makes us even special. You know, it's just
even though people won't agree with you, people do not agree that Us was better than Get Out.
Yeah, you know, but to me, Us is great because he added some humor touches to it. You know?
Yeah, no, I think I definitely think I'm gonna go ahead and throw in the spoiler alert because I just want to hop right into it. I think the dad was great comedic relief.
Yes,
I think it was wonderful.
The funniest scene in the whole movie is when he walked to the driveway with a bat. It's like,
so now I told y'all to get on my property.
You know, switch his voice like
he's very like suburban dad.
Yeah,
you know, and then gets out there. He's like, hey, I told y'all to get on my property.
And the funny thing is when the copy of him like come like walking down like quickly. And he's like, oh, shoot.
He's like, oh, man.
Let me lock this door.
Call the cops.
Yeah.
He's like, no, don't call the cops. And then 10 minutes later, call the cops, man.
And it's like, who left the key on the rock? That's a white thing to do.
That's such a white thing. Yeah, no, there's a lot of really good comedic relief there. And I thought it was great. I like Us way more than I like Get Out because this is it's not Get Out. Man, like, so Get Out, you have to analyze what's going on in the movie. Mm-hmm. You have to like break it down bit by bit.
Yes.
You have to go to a class that some college teaches to truly understand the movie.
Yeah.
Us slaps you right in the face with it. Hey, I've got a doppelganger.
Yeah, you know, but you know, there's a lot of great hidden meanings behind it.
Oh, there is. There is. But the hidden meanings are not as hidden as what Get Out made it to be. So.
Well, with Get Out, you know what's mystery. It's like you're really wondering about it.
Yeah.
But with the Us, the imagery is so powerful. You know, like like one good example is if you notice in 1986, you know, the character what was it called? Abidel? I forgot her name.
Adelaide.
Adelaide. There we go. When she was a kid, she went through the what's it called? The shaman's shaman's mirror forest, something like that.
Yeah.
But if you go to present time,
I think it was Merlin's.
No, that was the present time.
Oh wait. Whoa.
If you notice, if you watch the movie again, pay attention 86 to the present time of that same building.
And like the way they switch up the titles.
Yeah, because
interesting.
Because the concept of this is like what I see it from. They're taking not a shot, but like a critique on the Native Americans. Like how can I put it this way? It's, if you build like a house on a Native American burial site,
pet cemetery,
without even knowing, that's a good example right there. Yeah, but without even knowing, you're cursed. Like you have like a shadow watching over you.
Right.
So that's why I think about this scene. Like when she went through there, the lights went out. It's like, oh snap, she's getting cursed right now. What's going to happen? And then she saw another copy of herself, and that imagery of her eyes opening, it was astonishing. It gave me goosebumps. Like, shoot, what? But this is for real.
I think the reason I like Us more than I like Get Out is because Get Out made you feel like and I don't mean this in a bad way, but Get Out made you feel like if you weren't black, you could not relate to the movie. It just kind of like the movie didn't make you feel like that. The people surrounding the movie made you feel like that. Yeah. Us is more of like, I took Us in many different ways, like the meaning behind it, the imagery behind it, making a statement, that kind of thing. While it does have like a leading black cast, I didn't feel like that's what he was trying to push. I think a lot of it has to do with duality of a person. Yeah,
that's and especially like seeing like when they say in the car, Gabe was like I got $5.
Yeah,
it sounds like like you said, a suburban dad.
Yeah.
Trying to be part of that culture.
He did not. Jordan Peele did not make this about like the Black Lives Matter, because I know at the time when Get Out came out, we were like in the prime time of like all those Black Lives Matters rallies, and then they still go on, but they don't feel as prominent as what they were a couple years ago. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
Us. It felt like, to me, the way I took this in is that it was a separation between classes.
Yes.
That at least that's what I took.
Yeah, I took the same way too.
Yeah, and I've read a little bit about like what other people think, and that is not what people think.
Yeah.
So, I could be wrong. I have no idea what the actual meaning behind it is, but I took it as the division of classes.
Yes. Because, like I said, I did read it online. Some people think it's the classes.
Yeah.
Some people think it's about how the colonial took over the Native American land,
Yeah. A bunch of crazy people come up with crazy like ideas for this stuff.
And I do see it both ways, I really think so, because they're wearing red suits, right? So just think about it, like the society up above the surface, right? They see them as monsters, like they can't speak language, they can't talk,
Yeah.
And they were talking about how them were eating raw meat, like when Red was talking about it.
Yeah.
And in a sense, it sounds like, like they're being savages, So.
Especially with the red jumpsuits too.
Yeah,
I kind of idolize it. And I see where that comes from. That's actually a pretty interesting.
And another cool thing about how Jordan Peele used the red suit and the glove.
Yeah.
It's like not paying homage, but paying homage to Michael Jackson, because in the 80s, people think of him as like, gosh, I wrote it down somewhere here. It's kind of like a patron of Saint Duality. It's like, people worship Michael Jackson. He was like the greatest pop star in the world,
the king of pop.
Yeah, so I think that's what they're trying to, trying to represent. And the cool thing about this, there was another cool scene about this movie when Gabe's copy put the glasses on for the first time.
And could see.
It could see.
Yeah.
And it's like saying like, oh, if Universal Healthcare was around, he gets glasses because he's woke,
And you see that, and that's where it draws back to the whole division between classes. You have a group of people who are people,
Yes.
who are Americans.
Yeah.
You know,
I
where
love
she
that
said,
saying.
we're Americans. You have those people who are metaphorically living below
Yes.
a higher class of people who have it good, who get hot meals. And then we have people who are working and working and working and maybe can't afford an education like the people above.
Yeah.
So they might not talk as well.
Yeah.
They might not act the same way.
Yeah.
You know, they might have to work a little bit harder for their food.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much to be seen in that way. And like every now and then, I take it as when the two girls meet.
Yeah.
Adelaide and
yes.
Adelaide. Or I'm gonna call her Red. Red, or Shadow Adelaide.
Yeah.
I see that as someone finally making it out.
Yeah.
You know, that is someone who had finally made it out of like that lower class.
Yeah.
And made it on to a better life.
Yeah. Both of them make it out at the same time, you know? Like one enter the underworld.
They switch.
Yeah,
which,
they switch.
I don't necessarily
Spoiler alert, sorry.
And I think that it's showing how like someone can rise from the bottom to the top and someone can fall from the top down to the bottom immediately.
And that's why I love the escalator scene. It's only one way down.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. There isn't. There isn't. At least I don't remember there being another escalator that looked like it was going up.
Yeah, it's just one escalator going down.
Right. Yeah.
It was amazing. But another thing I like to say is with I forgot her name. That's
Adelaide.
Adelaide. Sorry.
It's kind of a weird name.
Yeah.
It's becoming more and more popular, but it hasn't been for like 15 years or something.
But the thing is with Adelaide, like how she wore her outfit, if you notice, it was all white. Like not this kind of outfit, but
no, I get you.
If you notice in the movie, she was wearing all white, right?
Yeah.
And even when they woke up from the family on the driveway, hey, there's a family in the driveway.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, son?
Yeah, there's no family in the driveway.
There's no family. But it's just that the neat thing of how during the progress of the movie, how that clothes was from white was getting like bloody and messy and dirty. She was showing her true self. You know, that's why like at the end of the movie, like how she killed the
real Adelaide.
Yeah. And you see that sun, it's like, oh shoot, I woke.
Yeah,
man.
the sun knows now.
Yeah. It's like, and her clothes is all bloody and messy. It's like she lost her purity, you know. That's how I see it. You know,
right.
With
the
progress
purity that she had gained, at least.
Yeah.
You know, that like deep down at heart, she's still always going to be a shadow.
But it's
what do they call them? The tethered?
Yeah, the tethered.
Yeah.
The tethered. And I love this imagery too from the movie. It's just, I don't know, it's creeping me out a lot, you know.
I gotta give a huge shout out to the cast, because the way that they portray like the same character, but obviously in two completely different ways.
Yes. And
to act scared of yourself.
Yes.
Is insane.
It is.
It's so crazy.
That hasn't been done since Johnny Depp. I don't know.
Jim Carrey, probably.
Jim Carrey or Eddie Murphy.
Right.
Coming to America. You know, he played
Adam Sandler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler, yeah.
With his twin movie. That was weird.
Yeah, that was weird. But overall, you know, I know some point in the future in our channel we might go like in depth, scene by scene movies. Oh, actually, that's a great idea. I never thought about that. But it'll be great to like
a breakdown.
Yeah, especially us. You know, once it comes out, you know, for on Blu-ray, you know, who knows? You know, that would be another.
We'll probably make it a Patreon to avoid some copyright stuff.
Yeah, but you know, just a screenshot, like 2 seconds in show.
Sure.
You know, or giving them like minute by minute. It's like where to find that scene. But I don't know what at the end of the movie. Spoiler alert! Sorry, we do a lot of spoilers. I just want to remind Wendy trying to
just go out and see it.
Yeah, go out and see it. But at the end of the movie, the greatest thing was like the hands across America.
The like making a statement thing.
Yeah. It was like, wow.
Now, I didn't find as much symbolism behind Hands Across America as I would have liked to.
Yeah.
I think it was full of symbolism, and there's probably more to it than just what I was saying, obviously.
Yeah.
But when he said this is a horror movie, you know, in Get Out he said this is a psychological thriller, and in this one he was like this is a horror movie.
Yeah.
it shows. It truly shows, because a lot of it I don't really think has much. I don't think it has much to it.
Yeah.
It does have an overall like feel and an overall theme and like a moral, but I don't think that like, oh, this particular scene and this particular scene, I don't think the Hands Across America thing means anything. I think when she was a kid, she was easily impressionable, as a kid is.
Yeah.
And whenever they switched places, that's the only thing she had to remember.
Yeah.
Because she was wearing that shirt.
Yep.
The Hands Across America shirt.
Yeah.
And I think that that's just what stuck with her. And she thought, so many people when they were in the 80s did this Hands Across America thing.
Yeah.
Or whatever, like supposedly did this Hands Across America thing.
Yeah.
She wanted to recreate it.
Yeah.
And make a statement and show them that they were America too.
Yeah. They were important as any other.
Yeah.
Important as any other Americans.
Yeah. And I think that's just all. That's just all there is to it.
Yeah.
I don't think it is. I don't think it's any other statement. I just think that's what she took with her from the real world. I think that's her most recent memory from the real world, and that's all. I mean, I don't think it has any other like big symbolism behind it, other than the fact that it's just a memory.
Yeah. And with a couple of side notes to add to this movie, I would totally recommend watching Chud.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's an 80s movie, so
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I would totally recommend to our viewers to see it. It's a fun movie. You see like how Jordan Peele got his ideas from, And the other side note I would like to add, like in public, if you see someone walking like red, doing that,
run away.
Just run away. Just don't confront it. Just run away. Lock your doors.
So I think Jordan Peele did a great job with Us, and he did a great job with Get Out, and I love both movies. Please do not attack me for anything that I said about Get Out. It's a wonderful film. It has a great meaning behind it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but I'm excited for his new film. I heard it might be it's a 3-part series that I think he mentioned that before.
His new work's coming up.
Yeah, he said he wanted to make like a trilogy or something.
Possibly.
Yeah. So.
And who knows? Maybe all these horror movies are already the trilogy. Us and Get Out might possibly already be in the same universe.
Yes, and maybe the third film will finally answer all of our questions.
And one last note about Jordan Peele. A lot of people say that he's like the modern day Alfred Hitchcock or the modern day Stanley Kubrick, but it seems to be that people think he is the modern day Rod Serling from The Twilight Zone. Yes. That was a good segue.
Yeah,
I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that.
But I love that. I love the idea that you're making. Like he is the next Ross Sterling.
Yeah.
But
I personally don't think you can compare anyone to any of those three people.
Yeah.
Jordan Peele, he's his own person.
And what Jordan Peele did, like he actually, rose up to be what he is to be. Everybody does could be just a comedian. But.
I think horror is something that he's always wanted to do.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably loves comedy, but it feels like horror is like a long pursued dream of his.
Yeah. And Us was like a great example of how he connects his experience of being a comedian and being in love in horror, and it was a great mix. I haven't seen that for a long time, You see reboots of Halloween,
Right.
Which is pretty good, yeah. But it's nice to see something different, and that's why I'm so excited what he's going to do with Twilight Zone, for CBS All Access.
And he is just going to be the host of it. I don't know if he's actually writing or directing anything. He probably will write or direct at least one of them, because it is an anthology series, all by Rod Serling. So I don't actually know if this is going to be something like episodes that Rod Serling had made and never put out, or like written and never put out, or never shot and directed, or if it's going to be completely new with completely new writers and directors.
Yeah, and I'm excited for all the actors who's jump aboard. You go have John Cho and what else? The guy from Parks and Recreation.
Yeah,
keep forgetting his name. I promise I'll remember in future episodes.
Not Chris Pratt.
No, not Chris Pratt or Rob Lowe, the other guy. But I'm all aboard for this. And. Like I said, I have CBS All Access. I have it.
I think they saw the success of Black Mirror and were like, "Hey, the Twilight Zone did that in the '60s, so let's bring it back."
Everybody knows that Black Mirror is just on smartphones. That's it.
Yeah.
But Twilight Zone, hey, they go do something different. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I love the original series. I love the 80s series, and I love the one with Forrest Whitaker too.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
people remember that. Yeah.
I remember the Twilight Zone movie so vividly because like they took these old classic Twilight Zone episodes, and they turned it into like an anthology type movie with big actors. And that was cool. That was fun.
And I'm just excited, and I'm excited for multiverse characters. I really am excited for that.
And it premieres in a couple of days, so we'll have to come back and talk a little bit about the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. And all right, and
now moving on.
Here's the excitement news from Connor. He's been dying.
Okay, I've been living in Marvel Land for the past year. Okay.
Oh, Marvel announcements! Here we go.
Right, I've got 2 of them today.
Okay, so let me break it down. Two announcements: Eternals and Endgame. Here we go.
So some recent news on the MCU's take on the Eternals, which actually hasn't been done yet. If you guys don't know who the Eternals are, basically think of Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Dormammu from Doctor Strange, Galactus from the old Fantastic Four movie that I know isn't in the MCU, but still it's an example. They're basically these close to immortal beings they're gods, pretty much.
Yeah,
and not in the sense of like Thor.
Yeah.
But these people are like actual like gods in this universe.
Yeah. And what I heard is they're kind of immortal, but
they could be killed.
Yeah, they could be killed, and they can't. It's rare for them to like breed together. So when they breed with other humans, that's higher success rate. But they'll just be humans.
Yeah. That's
why I got so far, and but. I feel like sometimes it feels like it might be related to Inhumans, like that Marvel series.
Kind of.
Yeah, but
not really. I mean, obviously it's the same universe, but this is going to be more closely related with like the events of Captain Marvel and the events of Doctor Strange, but more importantly, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
it's going to. The Eternals probably won't come for another couple of years, and I actually don't know if it's going to be a film or if it's going to be a series on the new Disney streaming service.
Yes.
I haven't heard much about it, but I feel like it's definitely going to play probably off the events of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yeah.
With the introduction, I hope the introduction of Adam Warlock.
Yes. Yes.
But this leads me to my announcement. Now you guys know a little bit about the Eternals. Angelina Jolie is the first confirmed actor for the movie / series. Some rumors have been circulating. I believe Robert provided us with a picture that she will be playing this character over here.
Yep. This character. And this is a fan art in the next slide, so it's not official.
It kind of looks like Death from Thor, actually. Yeah. It very well might be. But there's some interesting stuff. We don't know anything about it. It could be a very small part. It could be a very large part, but we do know that she is confirmed for the cast of Eternals.
Yes.
So.
And for the conspiracy theories,
conspiracy theories. This next one is confirmed.
No, I don't know.
The Russo brothers confirmed it, man.
Russo brothers. They have their mind of their own. All right.
They are a bunch of lying, cheating bastards.
I don't know about that. So I'll put a fake trailer about.
Yeah.
I want to put a conspiracy trailer. But anyway.
So. The Russo brothers recently did an interview, and they were asked a couple of pretty heated questions. I think eventually they got to the conversation of, in the Avengers Infinity War trailer, there's actually some footage that didn't even make it into the movie, like where they're all running in the forest, for example.
Yes.
That actually didn't even make it into the final cut of Infinity War. And I don't think it's going to be an Endgame, although it's very true because both of these movies were shot at the same time. I don't think the post-production for these movies went on at the same time. So I think Endgame just now has recently gotten through post-production. So I don't think that they took any footage from Endgame and put it into the Infinity War trailer. But makes you wonder how much from that Infinity War trailer did we not see in the real movie?
Yeah.
And I actually watched a YouTube video that compares the trailer to actual scenes in the movie, and there is a good bunch of them that aren't there.
God, I want to check that out now.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they have some noticeable CG differences.
Yeah.
So in the movie, Thanos is like looking at the gauntlet, and you can see a couple of stones, right?
Yes. Yes.
But in the movie, he already has like all of them, or close, almost all of them.
Yeah.
He at least has a soul stone, so you can see the soul stone in there. The only one you can't see is the time stone. But there's so much in the Infinity War trailer that wasn't even in like the movie, and the stuff that was in the movie was heavily edited. Stuff was taken out. Stuff was CG'd in. There's a part where Robert Downey Jr. is standing in the street and he puts on his sunglasses, or he takes off his sunglasses, but he's wearing normal clothes. The exact same shot was then shown in the movie. He's taking off his sunglasses, but he's covered in the Iron Man suit.
Boy,
yeah. I'm blowing your mind right now, because now you're thinking about, oh my gosh, like really, how much actually didn't make it into the movie?
Yeah,
or not make it into, but like shot. I'm pretty sure they shot stuff specifically for Endgame, the trailers.
Yeah.
So we don't know anything about Endgame. We do know that it's going to have time travel.
Yeah.
But what is truly going to be in the movie and what is not?
Yeah.
So there's one scene in particular that I have questions about, is when they're all walking in these like quantum suits. Well, quantum suits. Yeah, right here. You can kind of see it here. This is the scene I was talking about.
Yeah.
This is the wood scene. This never happened. Though you never saw the Hulk ever in Infinity War.
Wait, he was wearing the big Iron Man.
Yeah, he's wearing the Hulkbuster
suit.
suit.
That's right.
You never saw him in there. So that's really
that's
interesting.
True. Yeah.
Blowing your mind
right
right
sure,
now. Man. and up here, here's why I think this is fake. Because the very first thing we saw when they finally showed us our first look at Endgame, Tony and Nebula were on the Guardians ship, right? So are they just going to spoil that whole plot point and say, oh, he survives and he's right here?
Yeah, because I remember the Endgame trailer. He's by himself.
Well, no. He's with Nebula. They are both on the ship.
I didn't see Nebula.
Nebula's on there. Yeah.
Okay.
If you go back and watch it a little bit closer, Nebula is on there.
Okay.
You kind of have to break it down and connect the dots that they are on the same ship.
Okay.
But yeah, are they just gonna spoil that and say, hey, they're back?
Yeah.
Sorry to really keep you on the edge of your seat for too long.
Yeah. Well, the big hint is Tony Stark's hair.
Yeah. And then another thing why I think some of these scenes are fake is Black Widow's hair. Now, this could play a big story part, but she has red hair up here, and I'll probably post a picture of this in the actual video, but it's pretty hard to see in the picture itself.
Yeah.
And as you can see in the bottom, she has blonde hair. But in the trailer, she has red and blonde. She has blonde. She has red. So people are trying to place these clips in chronological order, and they don't really make sense. So the events of the movie aren't lining up. I know it has to do with time travel, but if we were to go by like the chronological order of the trailer clips, it's going to be a mess, right? And we obviously know it's not going to be a mess.
This kind of reminds me of something. It's on HBO, Westworld.
Oh yeah, Westworld.
How they try to confuse you. What's the past, what's the present, what's the future.
I think really, just their whole thing. It is a trailer editor's job to make sure they don't show too much of the movie, especially in Marvel, who is an incredibly secretive company when it comes to their stuff.
Yeah.
I think they took fake shots. I know they took fake shots because the Russo brothers in that interview confirmed it. They're like, oh, yeah, we're not going to tell you what's fake and what's real.
Yeah.
But another interesting thing is the toys. The in-game toys are already rolling out. The merchandise is already coming out. So we're seeing like these weird versions of like Professor Hulk and stuff that we haven't even seen in the trailers yet, and we haven't even seen the movie. So we don't know what's real because stuff isn't matching up.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's about all I really have for Endgame.
There's ones.
Yeah. See, this is another thing that I'm talking about.
I'm thinking about this one a lot. I don't know why there's a circle. But I was trying to figure out why there's a circle.
So if you look at it, this is an actual shot from the trailer. The aspect ratio and everything. You have these people here. They're walking what looks like probably the Guardian ship is landing, so Tony and Nebula might be back. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something's coming. Something's happening.
Blonde hair.
Yes, blonde hair.
Shave.
Why in the hell would they leave someone out? Like, what are you just gonna walk that? Do you not like Bruce Banner or something? Like, what's happening? This is enough room for someone else to be walking. You can't tell me that it's not, because that is a strangely look. Okay, if you look at like the spacing, 3, 1. What I don't.
And this is the only image.
This is the only image. The only image we have. Yeah. It's strangely wide, and someone should definitely be there. And I think Marvel did a bad job of hiding the fact that it was just supposed to be these four.
Or one was just trying to trick us, playing my tricks.
Well, sure. No, it could very well just be those four.
Yeah.
But from recent footage we have seen from Captain Marvel, Thor is there, right? Like he's at the base now.
Yeah.
Which probably means Rocket is at the base. He might not be.
Yeah.
But Captain Marvel is now there. She finally showed up. Brie Larson finally showed up in the trailer and obviously in the post-credits scene of Captain Marvel.
Yes.
So it might be her, because this did come out before her movie came out.
Yeah.
So maybe they didn't want to say, oh yeah, maybe they were waiting for that reveal for the post-credits scene.
Well, if you remember in the end of the credits of Captain Marvel, Black Widow has blonde hair.
Yes. Yeah, so she gets there pretty early.
Yeah.
And here she has blonde hair.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking this is probably going to be Captain Marvel.
Possibly. Or
who do you think it's going to be? Because I don't think it's going to be Nebula, and I don't think it's going to be Tony Stark. I think they are arriving, and that's what they're looking at. It could be Ant-Man. Who knows?
Yeah. Or it could be I really don't know.
Yeah, it makes you really think.
It might be a Doctor Strange sidekick.
Ronan. I think at the time this picture was taken, they hadn't revealed Ronan yet. Okay, sorry, Hawkeye. Yeah. No, I think it's probably going to be Ronan or Captain Marvel. So
yeah. Well, with just to clarify, like in this scene, I remember it was Captain America.
No. There are many people walking in that group. They show Captain America before.
Before?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know who he's standing by. Hold on, I gotta look this up now. You're really freaking me out.
No, you're freaking me out because I swear I thought in the trailer I didn't see Tony Stark or Nebula. I saw Widow, Chadell, Yeah. And Captain America in the suit. I mean, in the look, I swear.
Okay, so I'm gonna watch this real fast. Hold tight for just a sec.
It's a live footage right now.
Cap.
Okay.
Black Widow.
Okay. Who's in the middle?
Rocket. But no one's beside Black Widow. No one is on the other side of her. Go to that second part where we can see.
Okay. Sorry, interference.
I'll cut some of that out.
We got that right.
Go back a couple, maybe.
I think that's all the pictures we have.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. Okay, sorry. So, oh my god, I don't even know what to think anymore.
Yeah, see, I was right?
Because no.
Oh, I wasn't right, but
you were.
I have an idea.
They're not. I mean, obviously they're not in this cut, and we knew they weren't in that cut because we counted them. I've watched like a ton of like trailer breakdown videos. But there is an open spot right beside Black Widow.
Yes.
But here's what I'm confused about. Right beside Ant-Man and Rocket.
Yes.
Which I'm assuming that's Ant-Man because that looks like proper placing. But in Rocket's spot is Nebula.
Wait. What's this one right here?
Ant-Man.
You think it's Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I think so.
No, I know Paul Rudd's hair.
I don't know who else it could be. Tony Stark 2?
He looks like for Iron Man 2.
Because it's not Ronan because they show him later on in this trailer.
I know it's not Ronan.
He's a buzzed buzzed haircut.
That is not Paul Rudd's hair.
I don't know whose it is.
Might be another.
I think it's him because if you look here. If you look here, it does look like Paul Rudd. Hey, we can buy them. We can go back in time. We can go forward in time and see the movie.
That is not Paul Rudd's hair on
It
your...
might
No,
be.
no,
It might
no,
be.
No.
Who else do you think it is? You think it's Don Cheadle?
But that is not...
Go back to the picture.
Okay.
Go back to the picture.
Okay, hang on. Let me...
That is Paul Rudd, dude. That totally is.
Okay, hang on. Let's... Hang on.
Look at his hair. Look at his hair. Okay, you see that little swoop right there? It kind of gets
Okay.
flat. You see how it kind of starts to get flat up here?
Well, no, you know, it's a little... No. It's a little pointy right there. Anyway, hang on. I know Simba. That is...
That is Paul Rudd.
Okay, I got mistaken by the hair right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know it. But here's the thing. It has time travel in it, so they could be making that walk 3 or 4 times.
That is true.
Oh man.
Wow.
I think our next episode, which sorry, probably episode 4 is going to be covering Avengers Endgame. We'll probably make it. I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there right now. Episode 4. Let's try to make that covering Avengers Endgame. Let's get real in depth about Avengers Endgame. Episode 4 or 5. I don't know. It comes out at the end of the month. We have a lot of stuff to cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have Hellboy coming out. Shazam is
Yes.
coming out. It's on its way out. So I'd like to cover that kind of stuff too.
I know in a future episode, like somewhere, like another horror movie. I'm not sure you saw the trailer during the
Curse of La Llorona.
No, before us, right? You showed up.
I missed the previews for us.
There's a trailer that shows called Ma or Mama, whatever. It's
Ma's like Ma's house or something.
yeah. You know,
Another one of those weird.
I might
Kathy Bates should be in the place of her.
yeah, but I'm not going to go in depth about it.
No.
But it looks like
We'll at least do a little
let's
review
see.
or something.
Yeah, but
yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So Shazam's coming out next week, right? April
believe
April
so.
5th.
Mm-hmm.
Twilight Zone also in next week,
Yeah.
and Endgame's on the April 28th,
27th.
27th.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. You know,
Wait, actually, it might be the 26th. 26th or the 27th.
are they doing like a pre-screening or whatever?
Oh, I would imagine. They start on the 25th of April.
Oh, 25th April. Even
You can buy your tickets right now.
yeah, before they sold out.
Wow, yeah, I need to buy them. Holy crap.
But
You take up a whole row.
yeah, but yeah, so that's a end of our episode. You know, like you know, it was fun. You know,
Yeah.
like at least we got some ideas going about the suits.
The more talk about Endgame that goes on, oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
can feel my blood pressure raising.
Yeah, so because I'm pretty sure I saw Captain America in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you very well
Yeah.
might have. And he's in the suit. He's wearing the suit, yes, but
Yeah.
we don't know who he's standing by. So
But yeah, so you know that it was a great episode.
yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, you know, thanks for watching. Thank you for bearing with us. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoy about us and the end game
Yeah.
comparison.
We thought we were gonna touch on Endgame for like a short little bit, but
Yeah.
we're like, wait a minute,
Yeah,
we gotta dive deeper into this.
I need to dive deeper. I need to check all those trailers again. But yeah, but guys, hey, thank you for watching our episode 2. Hopefully we'll see you again in 2 weeks.
Roughly
every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
every 2 weeks, week and a half or something
We'll
like that.
see. We'll see something about
Whenever we
that.
get the episode recorded, we have a lot of other stuff
Yes.
in development right now. So
Yeah, so let's just bear with us, and don't forget. I just want to make a quick announcement, just real quick. I'm doing a new segment called "Damn, I Need a Drink."
yeah.
Connor and I will watch a horrible movie. Connor just couldn't do it, so I have a special guest for myself.
Yeah, we're gonna bring someone else on.
Yeah, so it's gonna be exciting. So just bear with me. I'll make an announcement, and Connor will too. So
Yeah.
anyway,
All right, guys.
thanks, guys. Have a good night. Well, not good night. Have a pleasant
Whatever
day.
time you're
Yeah,
watching this.
whatever.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching this. Thank you for checking us out. Feel free to comment some stuff, comment some questions, some comments. We'd love to have discussions. If you have something to say about any of the topics, we'd love to read it and possibly touch on it in a different video. But yeah, make sure you share this. You like it, subscribe, all that normal stuff. And we will see you guys in the next video.
All right. See you guys later.
Cheers, my
Cheers,
friend.
my friend.
No
Episode
Simba.
2.
No Simba for this one.
Yeah, no Simba.